Well, right now we don't have an arrangement for sending overseas. We do try to do it, on a piecemeal basis every now and then, but actually we don't have any setup that is really viable, that is really efficient, and it's not cost effective to the person who is trying to get the book.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have any information on that now. When I get the information, I will put it on the internet through Talktainment and whatnot, and through ProduceJustice.com. I will have something about that on the website, ProduceJustice.com.
That's right.
But up until then, I have no way of getting these books overseas. I'm trying to figure every way that I can to get them so that I can go to Denmark and the places like the Netherlands, England, France, Canada, etc.
Yeah.
Well, you can get the book by going to ProduceJustice.com. That's ProduceJustice.com. And it's a textbook workbook for thought, speech, and/or action for victims of white supremacy. If a person does not perceive him or herself to be a victim of white supremacy, meaning racism, either directly or indirectly, in any aspect of their existence, then the book doesn't apply to him or her. And the book is segmented into 9 areas of activity: economics, education, entertainment, labor, law, politics, religion, sex, and war. And that just about covers anything that anybody's engaged in any time of day or night, anywhere on the planet, because the system of racism, in the form of what we call loosely white supremacy, is the dominant political and religious system throughout the entire world. It affects everybody one way or another. Either people are engaged in racism, that is, if you're white, or you're reacting to someone who is. And that would include all of the non-white people of the planet, every minute of every day, because that's the dominant government of the entire world. It's not called that. You have all kinds of people who say that, well, we have systems of, communism, you have systems of socialism, you have systems of capitalism, you have systems of all kinds of different religions and whatnot. There is no system that affects people that's more powerful than the system of white supremacy, sometimes called racism. It is the dominant political and religious system on the entire planet, and you cannot solve any major problem. This is the hypothesis. It's either true or false. You cannot solve any major problem among the people of the planet. That is, all these religious disputes and whatnot, you're not going to solve any of them unless you first make a priority solving this thing loosely called the race problem. People have seminars on it. They have schools and institutions set up. They have commissions set up, and they study it, and they go back and forth, and they give all kinds of statistics and details, and then they throw up their hands exhausted and say, we'll get back to it later. Well, you can get back to it later, but you're not going to solve any problem that you're going to move on to. You'll say, well, we'll get back to this later. But, but right now we got some other problems. Well, you're not going to solve any of those other problems without solving the race problem. So you might as well get back to it now, because the other problems are not going, you're not going to solve any of them.